Que não voa, com frio que não amona, com deserto sem água. Não te posso forçar a ser alguém que não é. Não me senti segura dependendo de você. I know it may be hard to hear, it was harder to say. Saí, procurei. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. I don't wanna need, if this is what it means. Never ask you to die for me, just wanted you to try for me. I could never rely on you like you relied on me, like you relied on me. They say precious meant for shoulders, not for hips. You believed every lie that left your lips. I'd rather know the truth than cling to fallacy. Afraid that I will see it's right in front of me. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. I lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to confiança na sua interação, tão conectada como tendão. Acredito em você, sei que tu tenho confiança em você, sem dúvida tu virá. Conectados dia a dia. Amor antigo, mesmo que o tudo vem, mesmo quando estarei velha, sempre jovem a você. No writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's Tuesday, let's go.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No,
like, share, and
subscribe. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Hell, if you are new, go ahead and like about the rock.
nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Yo, 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 yo. We are back. We are back. We are back.
You want to come on with me today? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Man, peace and blessings. Shout out to everyone that's out there. Shout out to Sweetness. You've been out here. You doing your thing. Yes, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for loving that our intro song. You know, I kind of got that from a well-known podcast creator. It's no longer here. I always thought it was a good one, but that was Kevin Samuels' signature, and I hope that he's not mad at me from the spirit world for me using it. But anyway, peace and blessings to everyone. I hope everyone is doing good on this Tuesday evening. I hope all y'all that enjoyed or had a good Valentine's weekend. If you had a Valentine's, man, it's a blessing. If you was on some Galentine shit, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. It's very relaxing. It just gets you in the mood for all the shit we're gonna talk about tonight. I always think that that's a good segue to, kind of get your mind right. Before we go any further, it's been a few things that I've been kind of like lacking on. I ain't been saying certain things and doing certain things, and that's only because everything has been so hectic. And sometimes I just forget. So in the meantime, in between time, while you are here, please hit the like, please share, and if you are new, please hit the subscribe and the bell so you can get all future notifications of what we got going on. I didn't have a Valentine's, but I thank God for waking me up to see another day. So that's my B day. It's all good. With all the stuff that's been going on around the country, all in these different cities, especially in the Midwest, especially in Chicago, it is definitely a blessing to be able to wake up the next day safe, sound, and with a vigor to want to keep going. There are so many people out here that take life for granted. There are so many people out here that takes things to a whole different level that doesn't need to be. You say, well, it's just that simple. Yeah, it is. You know, there are so many things that I don't, I get it, but I don't. I understand that a lot of us have issues. I understand that a lot of us might not have came from the greatest backgrounds or had the greatest opportunities as we were coming up. But as we get older, as we get wiser, as we get more knowledge of what's going on, it should only benefit you to want to reevaluate how you live life, how you think about things, and make the right decisions for a better you. If you're still doing the same things you was doing 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you're not growing as a person. You know, if you're constantly having situations where you have to just always lash out, get into confrontations, get into scuffles, get into situations that is not very positive or uplifting for you. You need to really evaluate how you moving in this world. Not only that, the people that surround you. I want to give this token to everyone that's out here that's listening. Even if you're listening live, even if you're listening on the replay gang or wherever you may be. We only have one life to live. So with that being said, you should want to try to be the best version of yourself. You should want to do the best that you can to improve and sharpen your skills. You should want to do the best you can to work on perfecting your imperfections because we're not perfect and none of us will ever be perfect. Hey, yo, shout out to Jay Haywood. I see you in the house. You know what I'm saying? All the way from over on the other side of the pond. You know what I'm saying? Um, you should want to do the best you can to be the best version of yourself, regardless of what people have said about you, regardless of how you think people view you, regardless of any of the negatives that people want to try to perceive you to be for whatever reason that they might see you as. It's in your best interest to always strive to be the best. It's always your best interest to do away with the negative, do away with the naysayers, do away with people that mean you no good. Just do away with it because it's only going to slow you down, it's only going to tie you down, and it's only going to wear you out. So do away with those people, places, and things. It could be an area that is just not a positive area for you to grow in. Get out of that area. I know you all probably saying, "Well, damn, with times it's hard out here. Prices of the price of living is so astronomical. I mean, how can I do that?" You can do whatever you do. You can do whatever you want to do when you put your mind to it. You are capable of achieving great heights if you only put your mind to it. But you got to believe in yourself. I know sometimes life might get hard. I know sometimes you might not understand some of the things that might happen in your life. Maybe you might need to seek a higher power. Maybe you need to really do prayer more. Maybe you need to really surround yourself and insulate yourself with people of like mind and do away with certain negativities that might hold you back. It might be friends, it might be family, it might be a job that you're working at, it might be certain associates, it might be any of those things. But if you thinking or feeling within your spirit that these things are holding you back, then you got to do away with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if they feel a certain way for it, then they didn't care about your growth as well. You know, I'm about to be 55 years old this year. And what I've learned in my years is that one, I'm blessed to be here. A lot of people that grew up in my generation are in all kind of ways. Some of them are not here anymore for whatever reason. But I will say that out of all the years that I've been out here, yo, shout out to you. Shout out to not a boy kisser. Okay, that's an interesting tagline. Hit the like on the way in, and if you're new, please subscribe to the Black Bottom Roscast. We are here to bring the real, have grown folks conversations, and have a good time doing it. But back to what I was saying, from what I've learned over the years, you know, I've had people that was there for reasons. I appreciate you. I have had people that's been there for seasons. I've had A1s. I got friends that I'm still, you know, in, conversations or still around that I've known since kindergarten. So you like the beer? Yeah. That's my Valentine's Day present from wifey. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, and from the kids. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've had people that I thought was the coolest of the cool, and as time went on, had to let them go. You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of life. Do we like to fall out with people? Do we like to go through these ups and downs with people? I mean, anybody with enough common sense and spiritualness in their heart, they don't want to do that. But if it's to be a segue to better yourself, to cut certain things and certain situations and certain people off for your growth, then it should be relevant. You know, we should always think of the prize at the end of the day. The rings are nice too. Where'd you get them? I got these old things years ago, different places, different spaces. So, it is what it is. Appreciate you. Um, but it has to come a time where you want to try to do things for the best of yourself. But we're living in a society right now that's so ratchet. We're living in a society right now that's so hyper um exuberant as far as what you're trying to present on social media. Yes, ma'am. Or yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? But um sometimes we just gotta do the best we can. And like I said, there's spaces and places for everyone. And if it's not that, you know, they're meant to be in your circle for the long haul, then it was good for why it was there. But always learn things from other people. Sometimes even bad people that's in your circle, you can learn something from to improve yourself and better your movements in the world, you know? Anyway, I'm not gonna do a long rant, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into the show and what we always do. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in right now. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. like we always do. We always start off with a body cam just to get everything going. And this is actually something from my man Heavy Gant. If you're not familiar with Heavy Gant, he does a lot of body cam videos. Heavy Gant Reacts. He's a very good content creator. Um, you can always go to him, hit the like and subscribe, and tell him that the Black Podcast.
Uh-oh.
You are not speaking for
You
me.
go.
I'm not speaking for you.
No,
You're right.
you are not speaking for me.
Hey, yo, 50 Police Body Cam is the channel, guys. Great channel. One of my favorite body cam channels. Yo, check it. If you don't want to see my big head popping up, talking over the video, if you want to watch it without interruption, click the link in the description, go over to Police Body Cam and watch it over there. But you should know, I only do these videos for my audience. Let's not waste no time. Let's go.
And you are not here for me.
Okay, then what can we do for you?
You can't do nothing for me. I've been asked you to come here.
Okay.
Okay, but you're intoxicated, and it sounds like they just want you to leave the property.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to leave the property.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Then
Okay, and let me leave the property.
okay, are you gonna get an Uber?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get an Uber,
Okay.
but they wouldn't even let me get an Uber.
Ma'am, if you're gonna get an Uber, then we'll wait with you, and that's it. Okay?
So,
I mean, how they gonna stop her from getting an Uber?
What the?
we're pushing the grab on this.
Okay.
Listen, I'm grabbing on the.
This is one of these, right?
Okay. Well, she said she's gonna get an Uber, and then just give her space, and she could grab an Uber.
Yo, check it. All she's got to do is order her Uber and leave. Okay? If she does that, she don't go to jail. We got about 9 minutes left in this video. Come on.
Okay. No, you're just.
And you're gonna say sorry to them. You gonna excuse them for their behavior.
No, they said that they
No,
did not want to.
you just excuse them for their behavior. Are you really gonna do that right now? You're gonna excuse them for their behavior, and you know what they doing is wrong.
What are they doing?
No,
they
you
doing?
know what they doing is wrong. Don't do that. And you know that. No.
Let's just get an Uber.
No, I don't want an Uber. I don't want nothing from you.
There you go. There you go. That answered it right there.
Oh yeah, of course I have YouTube Premium. I can't deal with the commercials. You know, see, if you're gonna do content creation, just spend a little extra money. You know, to just have your platform just be in a way where you don't have an issue with dealing with commercials at random times when you're trying to do content. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I have YouTube Premium. Yes, ma'am. I do. Let's go.
I don't have to.
You want to
Actually,
speak with somebody else?
I don't have to do.
Now, I don't know if this officer in the back mean business, but we know that mustache means business. Come on.
Anything unless you're gonna Uber me to my apartment right now
Where do you live?
downtown. Are you gonna Uber me to my apartment
You
downtown
want to Uber me?
right now?
We could get you a train for you to take it over.
No. Are you gonna Uber me to my
We're
apartment
not.
downtown?
Because you can't be on the property.
Drunk.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna leave the property. I'm gonna leave the property.
As long as you leave the property and you don't come back,
Okay.
that's completely fine.
Well, you're not gonna sit here and do this right now.
Ma'am, we just want you to leave the property. That's all it is.
Cause I've been kicking their ass tonight. And I realize and now I
Okay.
have to leave the property.
Hey, this is the perfect time to leave, ma'am. If that's the case, you need to go ahead and take this as a sign from the Lord that you are up and you're leaving when you're up. If that's true, they doing you a favor that you're winning, because the house always wins. That, man, you better take this as your calling, ma'am, and go ahead and get in your Uber with your winnings.
And sometimes it'd be crazy because, a lot of times the police don't be really wanting to like jam people up, right? They just want to just do their job. They want to keep the peace. They want to keep violence at a minimum. But it be certain individuals that just gotta just do the most and just be crazy with it. you say sweetness, or you say I hate commercials. I'm thinking about paying for the premium. It's not that much. It's not that much. It's a small investment for a little bit of more dealing with commercials. Now I wouldn't mind dealing with commercials if once I get this platform to a certain level, whereas I got sponsors, then that's a different story because then if I got commercials on my platform, that means I'm getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll deal with that. But as far as me doing it right now, hell, like I say, this is the Black Bottom Broadcast, man. I'm just trying to build this platform and get with the people and have a good show and have as very less interruptions as possible, unless it's my commentary. But other than that, yeah, I'd rather do it that way. But come on, let's go.
How did that happen?
Are you really asking me that question right now?
Yes.
Are you really asking me that question right now?
Yes.
Do you really? Maybe you should ask yourself that question right now.
Okay.
Hey.
So
I want you to ask yourself that question right now. Don't ask me no question. I want you to ask yourself that question. And I want you to ask yourself that question right now.
Trying to be reasonable with you. This is my property.
No. I ain't been reasonable to leave the property before now. But I want you all to ask yourself that question right now.
So, ma'am, this is how things work. Okay?
I am leaving the property.
Well,
I
you're
am
still
leaving
talking
the
to us.
property.
Okay? I don't want to yell at you.
I'm not going to yell at you.
Oh boy.
Otherwise, you can call.
You're going to get
You
your
can.
cab
I don't
and
care.
leave.
If I'm
Otherwise,
leaving the
you're going
cab
to get
and
a
leave.
citation.
Oh shit, the ogre then came up out of her motherfucking Shrek sister is on the scene. Whoo, child, man. Why can't these people just get certain instructions together? Just move around the way you need to move around, man. Like, come on. You do all this extra shit that's unnecessary because you try to prove a point. This is one of them independents right here. They don't need nobody telling what to do. They don't need nobody, trying to give her, the right way of passage. She just doing her own thing. He said, why she had to be loud? Because it's her personality. If she's doing this with men that got guns, that got handcuffs, that can take away your life or your freedom, what makes you think what she gonna do with a man? You know what I'm saying? Just think about that for a minute. If she's that emboldened with the police, a man out here don't have a chance with a woman like this. But all right, let's go.
And they can get a citation too.
You get a citation if you refuse to leave.
They get a citation too.
Ma'am, we're trying to
Man, somebody need to come get their auntie, man. Come get your auntie for she get locked up.
reason with you, right?
So you need to
No,
get
you're not trying to reason with me.
You need to get into a waiting.
Are you guys actually doing this
Yes.
with me
Do
right
not
now?
leave. You're going to get a citation.
See?
I don't. Are you actually doing this with me right now?
Yes.
We're not playing games.
No, I'm not playing games with you either. I am not playing games.
Hey, the hand gestures is crazy, dog. The hand gestures is crazy, man. Somebody better come get their auntie.
You need to get into a waiting
Are you guys actually doing this with me
Do
right
not
now?
leave. You're going to get a citation.
I don't. Are you actually doing this with me right now?
We're not playing games.
No, I'm not playing games with you either. I am not playing games with you either.
We're going to get your
What's up with all the hand movement and shit like that? That's some. Oh my god, I can only imagine what she's like at the crib, talking to like her guy or like her kids or just like anybody, like her cousin, shit like that. All this shit is just like, man, why we doing all that? Why we gotta do all this extra? Because you don't like what somebody's saying to you. Now you just want to do all this, this hand movement and just all out and about, all in your face and shit like that. Like, god damn, man. Like, let's get it together, y'all. We gotta do better.
I'm gonna issue your ID, and I'm gonna issue you a citation.
Hey, this woman got that spirit of disobedience mixed with a gambling spirit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that gambling spirit is a real spirit. Come on.
Okay? You need to get in the cab and leave right now.
You know what? I don't want to do that.
Man, Heavy ain't lying. I am, you know, it's crazy that I'm saying, well, not that I'm saying it's not that I'm crazy, I'm saying it, but it's a real life thing. There is a gambling spirit with a lot of our people in the community. Either they hitting the casinos, either they holding up lines in liquor stores and places like that for fucking lottery and shit. It's just crazy. You know, you'll see motherfuckers sitting up here spending hundreds of dollars on lottery tickets and shit, hoping that one of them hit. And really all they doing is having they fucking shit, you know, even out. Or they'll go to a casino for like 4 or 5 hours, hit the buffet. Even though, hey, some of them casinos, hey man, they food be off the chain at a lot of them casinos. I ain't gonna lie. But them motherfuckers be like habitual gamblers and just be gambling all day shit, man. It's you know, gambling is a form of a disease. I will tell you that. All right, let's go.
Okay, you're not
I'm gonna give you my ID.
Okay, I need your ID.
Hey, y'all get the fuck out my motherfucking way. And get the fuck out my motherfucking way. And I want their motherfucking IDs on record too.
Okay, all
I
right.
need your ID.
I need their IDs on
It
record.
doesn't work like
It
that.
doesn't work that way.
No, you don't tell me.
I
It
know,
don't
right?
work
I
like
am telling
that.
you that's not.
That's an aggressive point. Man, pointing in people's face is crazy, dude. That people don't understand how aggressive that is.
It doesn't work that way.
No, you don't
Woo, that's crazy.
tell me.
I
It
know,
don't
right?
I
work
am
like
telling
that.
you that's not how it works.
I need your ID.
No, see, you
You're giving us your ID.
If you don't give me your ID, you're going to be obstructing.
Okay.
Okay? I need your
you
ID.
gonna be obstructed.
Stop.
Give
Give me
me.
multiple chances.
Okay, I'm giving you. I
Who gonna be a structure? I mean, god damn, why? I'm trying to be cool with this, y'all, but god damn, this girl is uber aggressive, right? This is crazy. All right, let's go.
give me their ID so I can take pictures.
No.
No.
It's
You're
not
not
how
gonna
this
sit up here
works.
and tell me
I'm
they
going
gonna
to
take
one
me
at a
off
time.
my ID.
Give me your ID or
And they
give
gonna
me your
take my
name.
ID.
Give me your ID or you give me your name.
I'm gonna give you my ID. I'm
Oh,
gonna give you my
okay.
name. And I'm
Okay.
gonna give you my
There
ID.
you
I'm
go.
gonna go.
There you go.
Now you're under arrest.
There you
Excuse
go.
me, I give you multiple chances.
Yeah. You shouldn't have been talking shit. I mean, shit. You was talking a lot of jazzy shit about the mouth right there. Now look at you. Now look at you. I try to tell you, shut the fuck up, man. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up, man. You're doing too much, man. Now you're gonna go to jail.
Put your hands behind your back or you're going to be resistant.
That ain't even necessary.
It's not. It wasn't
Man,
that
hands behind the problematic drunk brisket, ain't he?
serious.
That ain't even
And
necessary.
hands behind the gambling brisket, ain't he?
So just be
My
quiet.
baby's at
Okay?
home. And my baby's at home. Well, that ain't necessary.
It wasn't. I think that we were fairly reasonable with you.
I was fairly
Put your
reasonable with
finger
you.
in
I
my
Yeah.
face.
was fairly reasonable with y'all.
No, you were not.
I was fairly
No,
reasonable
you
with
are.
y'all.
Now you're being
I was
arrested.
fairly reasonable
No,
with
you
y'all.
are.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah. Get the ID. Get the ID.
Oh, you will.
Check it, baby. Check it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I got
check
it.
it, baby.
Take it easy. Take it
Yeah.
easy.
IDPA. Yeah.
No, let's.
Oh my gosh, she just doing the most. It's just annoying. But man, it's what happens when motherfuckers do too much. Got that battle rap spirit, got the spirit of disobedience, got the spirit that I don't give a fuck, got the spirit of motherfucker who gonna check me. Remember motherfuckers be saying that shit in the hood? Who gonna check me? Them. They gonna check you. They checking you right now. They checking your ass the fuck into the jail. Like the fuck.
Hey,
Too late now.
yeah, check it, baby. Check
Yeah.
it. Check
All
all
right.
that shit.
We
Check
will.
all that shit. Check all that shit, baby. Check all that shit, baby. Yeah, do what you need to do.
We are.
All
Yeah.
right.
Do what you need to do. Yeah, do what you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do.
Good.
Yeah, do
I
what you need to
mean,
do.
you don't have to keep telling them. Trust me, they're doing what they need to do. They putting their handcuffs on you and about to take their punk ass to jail. What the fuck you mean? Do what you need to do. They are gladly. They're tired of this shit. So they're gonna take your ass to jail. And we all watching it.
Okay, we're gonna watch this.
Yeah, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay.
You look silly.
Yeah, you look silly, motherfucker.
All right. Hey, but real talk, man, if she really was up and that's why they put her out, I tend to think it's her behavior is why they put her out. But if she really was up, I mean, man, it's kind of a favor, right?
The motherfucker, you should be arrested. You ain't arrested.
No, you arrested
The
the right one.
pedophiles, you ain't arrested. You
Man,
ain't arrested.
We
The
arrested the right.
motherfucker, you sitting up here doing bullshit too. You doing bullshit too. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid as fuck.
Face the car.
Yeah,
Spread your leg.
face the
Spread
car
your
and spread your motherfucking legs to the
Then
yeah,
you're gonna get
let
another
this
car.
let this
ma'am. AT, this is a family show. How dare you talk with such vile?
So foul with the mouth. Like, why you? Damn. Just ignorant, man. Just ignorance at its best. And you wonder why certain classes of people in the world look at our community the way they look at us. Because how we act in tense situations and bad scenarios and situations that we put our own selves in. Ain't nobody put them, no one else helped her with this shit. She did this shit to herself. She could have just walked the fuck off. It's bad enough you already got, excommunicado about the motherfucking wherever you was at. You know what I'm saying? You could have just kept it going, kept it pushing, just went the fuck on. Slept the damn shit off. But no. Angry grandma, man, want to be, want to be a battle rapper. Want to be a drill rapper. Want to be a trap star. Now look at you now. You stupid fuck.
Language.
Okay.
Let this foot. Let this foot.
Thank you.
Let this foot.
Grow
Let
up.
this foot.
Grow up.
Let this foot, you motherfucker. What you talking about?
That unclean spirit speaking.
No thanks.
Yeah, let this foot, you motherfucker.
No thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, let this foot, you motherfucker. Don't spread my legs, motherfucker, unless you want to lick this foot, you motherfucker. Don't make
That is so
Oh,
aggressive.
what? What the fuck did she just say? Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, lick this foot, you motherfucker. Don't spread my legs, motherfucker, unless you want to lick this foot, you motherfucker. Don't make
That is so
You nasty bitch. Who wants to do that? Gentlemen, do any of y'all want to do that with a woman that acts like that? Why would you say that? That is so foul. I mean, I'm telling you, this is why I came to be the police, man. Because I'd have pissed off even more because I'd have been like, bitch, don't nobody want to fucking touch nothing of you. We're really tired of looking at your ignorant ass. You know what I'm saying? Look like you be punch drunk all your goddamn life. And you need to leave that motherfucking Hennessy alone, motherfucker. It's not becoming of you. This shit, it's a bad look.
Aggressive.
No, sir. That's what
No thanks.
Well, obviously you do.
Hey, thank you for offering, ma'am, but no thanks.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely you do.
You wouldn't be the first.
No,
Absolutely
he
not.
said no, we don't. Why would she say that? She wished that she. Oh my God. The mindset of some of the people in our community is so warped and twisted, man. It's just at an all-time low. The cop was like, no, thanks. I'm good. No, not even if Jesus brought you to my doorstep, I wouldn't fuck with you, okay? Like saying this is the anointed one. Well, I'm going to hell because I'm not doing that. Oh, you got me now. You gonna love me? No, bitch. Fuck out my house.
Uh-oh,
You
uh-oh,
do.
uh-oh.
You do. You do. Y'all motherfuckers is fucked up.
Okay.
Y'all doing shit to the wrong motherfucker.
No, you're the right one.
Fucked up.
Oh, ma'am.
Stop trying to.
You're
You're like,
acting demon possessed, ma'am. You're the right one getting arrested
Of
today.
course. Shout out to Displaying. Shout out to motherfucking Illinois. God damn. I should have known better. I should have known by the cadence. I should have known by just the aggressiveness. I should have known that it was some bitch from Illinois that was doing this shit, man. I don't know what to say about our people, the Midwest, man. We got problems. But all right, let's go.
Ain't nobody trying to move that
You
ass. You can make you all between.
We're not gonna do this.
I ain't trying to do this. I ain't trying to move all that. Why you doing all
All
that?
right.
You doing all that extra for nothing. What you doing all that extra for nothing? You doing all that extra for nothing.
Okay.
Ain't nobody doing no extra for nothing. You doing the extra for nothing. What for what? You doing the extra for what, baby?
Stop.
What?
We're not gonna do this.
You doing the extra for what? You doing the extra for what? I'm sorry, for what?
because you're acting like a child.
Oh, now I'm acting like a child. Oh, I'm acting like a child.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You mother.
You are.
Yes,
acting like
you
child.
are.
All right.
You're
I think
you're
this one
acting
must
like you're acting like a very ignorant child that ain't never had their ass whooped. You acting like a child that ain't never had no structure. You acting like a child that ain't had their daddy in their life. You acting like a child that is entitled. You are acting like a child that need to get some foo-fops on your ass. Seriously. All this extra. I'm telling you, man. Lord knows that I shouldn't have never been an officer. And I have to salute these fine men and women that want to serve in public service like this, because ain't no way. This kind of shit that I gotta deal with on a daily. No, ain't no way. I'll be in the superintendent's office every other day for some shit that I didn't went against standards or practices or something. I mean, I'm not playing with this shit, man. I can't do it.
be related to Samuel L. Jackson. How every other word is MF. My God, it's impressive.
Yes, because it's a new cologne that's spreading across the world. It is storming the nation. Everyone is talking about it. It's from Samuel L. Jackson, and it's called Motherfucker. Good motherfucking choice, bitch.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get in the seat. We're gonna put a seatbelt on you.
Oh, great.
Touch me.
Oh, great.
Listen to me. If you
Oh,
touch
great.
me or
I don't
strike
give a
me,
fuck
you're
what
gonna
the
get
fuck you
charged, all
gonna
right?
do.
Get in the car.
I don't give a fuck what you gonna
Roger
do.
that.
I don't give a fuck what you gonna do. I will strike you, charge you, and nothing else. And that's
Man, I'm sorry. Not only that she drunk as fuck, but she just talk like she stank. I mean, oh my God. Have you ever just been around someone that just look like and talk like they stink? Like seriously, we got to start bringing shame back into the side in society. We got to start letting motherfuckers know, man. God damn it, get your shit together, man. Like the fuck, shit's crazy.
Guess what? It's gonna
Hey, this is Illinois, so Auntie just got that drill rapper spirit. I get it.
be nothing different, motherfucker. And so
I
what?
don't know what any of that means. So
Yeah, that's what I said too. And so
I don't know
what?
what
Guess what you gonna do? I will charge you, and nothing else. And guess what? It's gonna be nothing different, motherfucker. And so
I don't
what?
know what any of that means. So
Yeah, that's what I said too.
all right.
And what? What the difference is that gonna mean? And what is
Not
that gonna
making
mean?
sense.
The suspect was aged 47 at the time of this arrest.
What?
She was charged with criminal trespass to real property as a Class B misdemeanor and with resisting or obstructing a police officer, firefighter, or correctional employee as a Class A misdemeanor.
Man, look, that bitch all fucked up, man. That shit crazy, man. But shout out to the good old state of Illinois. All you fucking liberals. This is some liberal shit right there that just went on right there. Some liberal ass bullshit. But anyway, how y'all doing out there? Hit the like button on the way in. Share this video. And if you are new, please subscribe. I know we all been hearing about a lot of shit that's been going on with Trump and the migrant situation, what's going on in Minnesota and stuff like that. But very interesting, Cat Williams had his take on some things that was going on with Trump. And he said some things that might make some people get pissed off, But we're gonna bring it in. And this is from a content creator called George AA, very good content creator. And yeah, we're gonna react to this and let it go.
It might look like he don't know what he doing. He be knowing what the fuck he doing. Ain't nobody funnier than this guy.
The way Cat puts these things is so funny. Ladies and gentlemen, Cat Williams is one of my favorite comedians. He's up there with Dave Chappelle in my books. He did a new special recently, and he said some things about Trump that I don't think his audience was expecting. To put it succinctly, Cat kept it real. I told you guys this before. I grew up watching Kevin Hart. I thought he was the greatest comedian ever. I thought Dave Chappelle was boring. And same with Cat Williams. And now it's like the opposite. My taste in everything has changed, except in food. I will not ever in my life eat salad.
And the only way that I can say that you felt that Cat Williams and David Chappelle was boring is because they wasn't over the top goofy with comedy. They actually had intelligence in what they were talking about, how they was delivering their jokes. Excuse me. And they wasn't trying to shuck and jive, so to speak. Did I think that Kevin Hart was okay or somewhat good when he first came out? Yeah, I thought it was good. But he do too much goofy shit. I respect Kevin Hart more as far as in acting and in certain like roles opposed to like just really listening to him as a comedian. He's not that funny. He doesn't have a body of work that I can really like say, hey, that shit was hilarious. Eddie Murphy, we can say that. Richard Pryor, we can say that. Cat Williams, we can say that. Dave Chappelle, come on, man. The Chappelle Show. Need I say more? Just that alone is classics. But everyone has their taste. But all right, let's go.
Kids and vegetables. No, it's candy, it's Chick-fil-A, it's steak, anything else, not for me. But George, you should try a Caesar salad. I'm not Roman. Grass is for cows, and cows are for me. I'm helping the biological economy. I'm keeping cows in a job. So my taste in comedy has gotten better, and I love comedians that I didn't always love. Here's Cat Williams' take on President Trump. He starts with a brilliant joke on Kamala Harris.
But that's the new thing about the world we live in. You can take the pressure off yourself. Just do the best job you can possibly do. Because you either gonna win spectacular or you gonna lose spectacular. Your job is just make sure it's spectacular. And you can take a spectacular L. Kamala Harris showed us that shit. She took a L like a champ. We ain't never seen no shit like that. They tried to act like nobody voted for Kamala. They put up the map, the whole map was red. Even that report was red. They showed her house, it was 50-50. It ain't but two of y'all in there. They tried to blame everybody. They blamed black men. It was not our fault. No Indians voted for her at all. Even women that wanted an abortion said, I guess I'll just have to figure something out. They said she didn't have enough electoral college votes to graduate. At one point in the election, Cat Williams had more votes. But that's the best part about America. In America, it don't matter who you choose, because we all gonna pay the price together. That's what make it gambling. We're gonna pay the price together, no matter what it is. You don't want this one? Fine, that's right. Don't be complaining about who up next. Just because it happened to be Donald J. Darth Vader Trump. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you think about him. That motherfucker is excited. That motherfucking Trump. You do not know what he finna do tomorrow. No, the fuck you don't. All you know is he gonna do something. He been president before. This time he was not bullshit. He been office 200 days. He done 200 things.
That's why we voted for him. He's a president of action. And like the quote goes,
Exactly.
he can just do things.
Exactly.
Good things, bad things.
He didn't come in bullshit. Now that first term he did, yeah, he had to learn as he went. And we all can say that. We all can admit to that. Did he do as much as he probably wanted to do? Probably not. You know, but he had to learn the ins and the outs of being in that kind of position. And then he had a chance to stand back and watch for 4 years of a regime that came in that just totally fucked shit up. Totally fucked up money, totally fucked up the economy, totally fucked up immigration, totally fucked up communities all over the country. So he like, man, fuck this shit. I'm about to run it back. He saw what he needed to do to try to help this country. And the main thing was to show you guys that the leftist side of things are nuts. The only thing they care about is their own wealth. They don't care about your communities. They don't care about your health. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about the crime that goes on. They don't care about any of that shit but their bottom line. Is it going to be perfect? Of course it's not. I mean, we don't live in a utopia of a world. It's always going to be crime. There's always going to be something that's going to be totally off-putting, so to speak. But we need better structure, like the whole family structure, the whole matriarchy perception of how this country has been whenever Democrats have been in office and had control, and how it's destroyed the true family structure and dynamic. And we're seeing every day the dysfunction of what is like when for decades upon decades of households has been led and ran by single women of all aspects. We see how things were when there's a family structure, but the shit that's going on right now is solely because there's no balance in the households. And he's trying to bring that back on top of everything else as far as he's trying to get. And it's going to take time. It ain't going to just be by him. It's going to have to be others going to have to carry that same mindset. You know, this shit ain't going to happen overnight. We're talking decades of degeneracy, of bullshit. You know, but hey, let's go.
Things, who gives a fuck? Things. He do his shit today and figure out what the fuck he just did tomorrow. He found out all you gotta do is think about it, research it, make it happen. And this term, he said, get research the fuck out of here. We will not be needing your services. First thing he did is come in and fired all the wrong people. Fired 1,000 people at the Nuclear Security Administration. The next day he said, well, what did they do?
Hey, to be fair, most of these government employees don't do anything. They sit on beanbags all day, regulating your life to death, dictating the terms and conditions of your liberties, and sip lattes in their nice, beautiful offices in DC. The federal government under Trump fired 400,000 people? Has anyone's life gotten dramatically worse? Of course not, because most of those people were hired by the Biden regime to boost the job numbers.
They took care of the bombs, Mr. President. Well, get them the fuck back in here. You know I didn't mean them. I meant TSA, the one with the shoes. Don't give a fuck. You do it today, figure it out tomorrow. He don't think like everybody else. They told him only 28% of our 8th graders can read. He said, who gave the test? The Department of Education. Well, get them the fuck out of here. Take them books with them. How the fuck we gonna fail a test we don't take, bitch? Ain't nobody funnier than this guy.
The way Cat puts these things is so funny. Well, the Federal Department of Education doesn't do anything, so he was right to get rid of him.
It might look like he don't know what he doing. He be knowing what the fuck he doing. He got us in 5 wars at one time. We are had 5 wars one time. Here's the brilliant part. None of the nations that we are at war with, none of them got an army. We just over there bullying. Shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't got no goddamn. Give a fuck about your maple syrup, Canada. If you're a comedian, you ain't never seen nobody funnier than this. From the outside looking in, it would seem like this country should be at its most divided. But I promise you, the reason this is the greatest country in the world is because we are the United States of America, heavy on the United, regardless of what we believe.
What a statement there from Cat. And it's true, the media wants us divided, but it's really not working. It's crazy how the comedians understand this better than the politicians. Well, it's because the politicians are the ones dividing us. And much of the division you see is on the internet. Normal, everyday people are not radicalized. They don't have Trump derangement syndrome, and they're not extreme one way or the other. So this was after Trump got sworn in, and I thought it was hilarious. I posted it on my X. Everyone loved it.
Trump is not fucking around. Day one, that motherfucker did some shit that we thought only God Trump is in day one we thought only God could do. Day one, some people went to sleep. Woke up. Trump had took their whole gender away.
All the Transformers, the LGTV community, Trump pulled up like a mob boss on that podium and said, in the United States, there's two genders, okay? We recognize male and female.
Your whole pussy is gone, bitch. That's a penis.
Crazy.
They ain't even got no bathrooms or nothing. Trump don't give a fuck. It's a lot going on out there. Woo. You gotta be careful. A lot going on. Look at all the Republicans. You goddamn right.
No wonder Hollywood wants to ostracize this guy, cast him away. It's because, one, he exposed them all to 91 million people on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, and two, because he keeps it real. He's like a normal guy who infiltrated the system, and he has no masters to answer to. I think my dream now is to make it to a Dave Chappelle or Cat Williams live show. My taste in music has gotten better. I've never really been a music person, but when I was younger, I'd say for a fact, my most listened to music category was like gospel. I know it's cliche, but it's true. I'd listen to rap. I didn't like country music at all. Thought it was weird that people would listen to music about a guy fishing and doing guy things.
Man, look at man. Country is some of the greatest music in this country, other than blues. I was like that. I grew up liking certain kinds of music, like R&B back in the day. You know, when it was real. You know what I'm saying? I was in the generation when I witnessed the beginning of hip hop, when it was actually hip hop. You know, not rap. You know, and house music. You know, things like that, classic rock. But I didn't like blues when I was growing up until I got older. And then I really started listening to the words and listening to the cadence and, you know, the energy of it all. And I took a appreciation for blues music. I've took an appreciation to country music, you know, stuff like that. I'll listen to any kind of music except polka. Don't play no fucking polka music around me, motherfucker. No Harry Christian shit. I will fucking curse you the fuck out. But anyway.
Things. I just want to get in my truck. I just want to get my fish. Then in summer 2024, I had an encounter with Dolly Parton, a supernatural encounter. I was on my way to Bozeman, Montana. In a 14-hour drive, I listened to all the gospel music, and I was like, you know, let me just put on some country. Let's see what it's about. I'm in Wyoming. It's the wilderness. I might as well try. Then I heard all my exes live in Texas. That's a good song. George Strait, I already loved him. It might come in handy one day. I might have exes in Texas, and it's going to be like nostalgia, you know, remembering the good old days. Then Dolly Parton comes on. Jolene, Jolene, please don't take my man. I was like, whoa, this is great. So my taste is getting better. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. God bless and goodbye.
Hold on. Where we at? Can you hear me? All right, there we go. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. All right, we back. All right, anyway. Yeah, Dolly Parton, she was good. A lot of motherfuckers liked it because of her aesthetics. But that's another story for another time. Anyway, I know y'all see the title of the live stream. I know y'all like, damn, what does all this have to do with the title of your live stream? Nothing. It didn't have anything to do with it. You know, I just try to get everybody, you know, in a lighthearted spirit and stuff like that because we got a lot to compact about some of the things I've been seeing on these streets with some of these modern women and their movements and how they act. You know what I'm saying? Um, the 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 lack of appreciation that they have for men out here is at an all-time high. But yet and still, you still have some that wants men, but don't want to put in the work to keep these men. See, it's easy for women to get men, but the key is to keep a man. Okay. And a lot of that has to do with their mindset, the attitudes, and how they move and how they perceive things. There's a woman, and shout out to Average Man Unplugged for putting this out here. I saw it on 2 different platforms, but there's a woman who's who's married and has a man that takes care of everything in the house, but got on this one podcast and was complaining that the man is not doing enough. And it was incredible how like bold she felt about it and how she just felt that this man wasn't living up to his potentials and shit like that. You said 5 now. Hey, what's going on? 5 now and 4 after I leave Bozo. What are you talking about? Okay. Anyway, but this is some crazy shit. So shout out to Average Man Unplugged for putting this out. And yeah, let's go.
Complain. Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you.
Oh, I get it. You said I have 5 watching and it's gonna be 4 after you leave. But okay, I don't care about that. Right now I got more that's tuning in right now. So if you just coming in and coming out, it is what it is. I could care less. Like I said, I'm here for my people. If you want to come in and fellowship, then you do that. If not, get your biscuit back head up ass up out of here, whoever the fuck you are, with this crazy ass, which is C Mark Way 1. I mean, whatever that fuck that means. So kick rocks, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. Thank you. Good day.
And he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
The fuck you mean, wow? What kind of response did you think you was gonna get?
You jackass.
Damn, are you slow or selfish or both? Which one is it?
Ladies, why are you so dumb?
Ugh, women are so dumb.
Who's advocating for the average man?
Wait a minute.
Fuck you mean?
Y'all saw that, right?
What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, hope you subscribe. So got a video for you guys that I could not ignore, and you've been warned. Trigger alert. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. And it's from tonight's conversation, and all I gotta say is this. You know, as a woman, you said some shit or you asked a question you probably had no business saying when you got Ace Metaphor responding like this. And there's no way for him to pander to you. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Is a man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in. How
he do that with no ambition?
No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
He's complacent.
Okay.
More what? What more do a lot of you women want from a man that is taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, taking care of the bills? And you say he's complacent. What the fuck are you talking about? Where's the complacency in that? You know what's complacent? A motherfucker that ain't paying no bills, that want to sit up and drink and smoke all day in the living room, have his musty back ass, ball sack ass niggas hanging out in the motherfucking crib, stinking up the joint, eating up every motherfucking thing, and ain't putting $1 on shit. Or a motherfucker that just sits up, lives in your shit, don't fucking clean up behind himself, expect other motherfuckers to clean up their bullshit. What are we talking about? All right, let's go. All right,
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
And exactly. And shout out to Amelia Havana. Is that, if I said it wrong, I'm sorry. Yeah, relationships are more than just financial agreements. That's just an incentive of being in a relationship, that you have some kind of financial stability. You know, there's a such thing as understanding, respect, provision, protection, communication, actual liking that person, loving that person. I mean, all those things play a role. I didn't see 2 homeless people that was happier than pigs and shit. But because they had respect and love for each other, that aspect didn't even mean nothing. Didn't mean a thing. And you got some people that live in mansions, that live in that have high, bank accounts and things like that, and they can't stand to look at each other. So it's plenty levels to this shit.
And my thing is, that was your response? Wow. I'm like, do you not see what looks like 80-90% of the women on the internet are complaining about not having?
Ladies, why are you so dumb?
Seriously. That's why you got the response that you got. It's too many of y'all complaining about not having what you have to be over here complaining about, oh, it's not enough. What the fuck? And oh my God, I got to show y'all some of these comments that I was coming across. It was some women over here that was actually defending this chick. The nonsense, bro. But let's play the rest of this shit.
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work. Waking up every day and showing up for my children, showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going to—
Man, you know how many times I sit up in a work week and I have to get up, and I don't be wanting to get up. I wish I could just sleep a few more extra hours, but I know I gotta get up. I gotta make sure my children go to school. I gotta drop them off, and then I gotta head out to work because I got responsibilities. you know, and it's crazy that you got some women out here that don't respect men to even be men to their families. Now keep in mind, this woman has a man that's taking care of everything and taking care of her kids. These are not even his kids. So he's in a stepdaddy role. And now y'all starting to understand more and more why y'all hearing content creators saying being a stepdaddy is a bad deal. Because of shit like this.
Going through depression, your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make more than him.
Ooh.
Right.
What?
Wait a minute.
That makes it even worse. Good Lord, I tell you, bro. Yeah. And y'all be over here like, you be watching all of these clips in full before you react to them. No, the fuck I don't. No, the fuck I don't. Because I damn sure didn't fucking know this. Because all I've been seeing is about the first 20, 30 seconds like everybody else on YouTube and what's been sent to me. But nobody mentioned this fucking part. So you mean to tell me he's doing all that for you and you make your own money? On top of that, you making more than him?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
This is definitely going on a rant channel, bro. Because I literally just had to like stop and take a deep breath, bro. I'm gonna save that for the rant channel, bro. Ooh, it's a lot of F-bombs going off in my head right now. Oh my God.
A few moments later.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills?
Yeah.
And you make more money?
Yeah.
Look, even this nigga can't defend you. That's how fucking retarded you sound.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Right. And homeboy that's on this panel, he be giving a lot of these women grace as far as the madness that they be talking about. This shit is so off the cuff. He can't even agree to what the fuck he can't pick up what you putting down, man. That's how fucked up this shit sounds. Can you believe the mediated gall this woman has to say what came out of her mouth? And then she act like she was how you gonna check me for how I feel? Can y'all imagine that shit? She literally sat up there, got up on that motherfucking mic and did some shit like got her booty shorts on, got her motherfucking slip slides, her motherfucking Crocs, did all that dumbass bullshit, got up to that mic and said what she said, started tooting up her motherfucking booty, turned it around to the panel, did a split and shit, and started twerking her motherfucking ass like this. Man, fuck out of here, man. She got the twerking on that motherfucker.
I know I just promised y'all I wasn't gonna spaz, bro. Ooh. Look, even Kendra G up there, bro, of all people. And I'm pretty sure she probably thinking to herself, I got thousands of women over here coming on my show asking what you asking for, and you saying it ain't enough. It kind of reminds me of that one girl that came on Kendra G's show that was over here saying the doctor wasn't enough. He's not ambitious enough. Sweetheart, do you can't please these women for shit, bro. They keep showing their hand.
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough.
No.
It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
Oh my God, bro. You know you damn bad when you got Ace Metaphor defending men, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That lady can't return from this shit. I'm sorry. Because I've never seen.
No, that was crazy. But this is the mindset of a lot of these modern women out here. You know, they don't. It's like you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. It's damned if you don't, provide and spend your money and your resources with these women, with these modern women. But you're damned if you do, and in their eyes, it's not good enough. Like, what's not good enough? What more are you wanting? I mean, damn. Times is hard out here. People getting laid off. How price of living is high, unless you in neighborhoods that you're not too fond of. But who wants to deal with that? I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not going to deal living in a community that's cheaper in rent just because I want to be lazy, because I have a family, and with cheaper rent in certain areas in certain neighborhoods, you got to deal with certain bullshit, and I refuse to deal with that kind of shit, And it's like our people in our community, the black people, in the black community, we tend to just not really give a fuck about how we treat where we live, how we treat each other as a collective, and how we live it, and how we exposing things to our children, because it'd be too much shit going on. But anyway, we're gonna go to the next one. Yeah, I know we kind of moving along. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to this content creator. I done got up on him very recently, maybe a few months, and I'm just starting to really react to some of his stuff. He's funny as shit. This is AC Reacts. He actually has 2 channels. He has AC Reacts, and he has Accountability Commentary, and that's pretty much what the AC stands for on this in particular page. But like I said, Valentine's Day just passed, and there were so many videos of this thing with a lot of these women, single women especially, that celebrate Valentine's Day. And that's just a day where all these women that ain't got a Valentine's get together and do whatever they do. But in a lot of cases, they all want to dress alike. They all want to have their little, party go on. Some of them, get to doing some other shit as the party gets later at night. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is a funny shit right here. But this is some of the Valentine's Day festivities with a lot of lonely bitches. I ain't trying to be mad. I ain't trying to shit on you, but y'all got to stop this shit. Stop putting this shit on the internet.
It's the Wash Gang. It's the Wash Gang. Couple of big backs, Wiggity, Wash Gang, dust buckets. It's done for them. Shaking the screen. Look at the no man dance. This is the no man's dance. Look at them. Look, it's the wash gang. It's the wash gang. Finito. It's finito. In the sun for them. Look at those. Look at them. Look all slow. Look,
But
look.
it's crazy. This is literally called the no man's dance. What they doing right now. This became a thing. It's wild work, man. What we doing? All right, let's go.
Right. Look now. Watch the screen shake. Bang, 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 bang. I think it's this one right here. This one right here. Look at the look at this. Look at this. This one and this one. This one and this one and that one. Look at the screen. I want to say this before I play this disturbing clip. I want you to know, black men, this is the average Keisha right here. This is the average BW. This is the average ABW. This is the average global BW. This is them. This is what you have to choose from if you're dealing with these Keishas. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is their attitude. This is their demeanor.
And what's so crazy about this clip that he's about to play right now, this is some of the most ratchet shit. And this is common in our community with a lot of the black women. And they wonder why a lot of them ain't progressing in relationships as they claim they want to have, okay?
This is their makeup. I don't want to hear nothing when I tell brothers to step off, leave them to their, leave them to their own destruction. Let them do what they want to do. Let them just move out the way, keep it moving, because this is the rat community, and the rat community consists of the matriarch that runs the rat community, and also this is who they follow. This is who young Keishas follow. This is who old Keishas even follow. This is the average Keisha through and through. There is no distinction. There is no, wait a minute, but they're not all like, no, this is them. This is them. This is the reason why, black men are so tired of them. They're tired. They're tired of them. It's exhausting dealing with something like this. It's exhausting. They vile, they're vulgar, they're foul, they have no class. They raise their children to grow up to be gangsters and 304s. And this is what you have. A bunch of big backs, smoking, alcohol, drinking Keishas who, because of their attitude and their ways and actions, can't get the man that they want and don't deserve the man that they want. But let's get to the clip. Let's get to the clip. Let's get to it. Hold on.
And I'm single for Valentine's Day because a nigga thought that he gonna buy me whatever he want to buy me, and not what the fuck I want. Fuck a nigga. I'm single for Valentine's Day because fuck these niggas. Oh shit. My bad, y'all. I'm single for Valentine's Day because
gross.
It's just fuck nigga, period.
Sheesh, gross. They all.
I mean, and then, but do you really think majority of these men out here really care? It's becoming a point where men are starting to really realize their worth, right? But it'd be something crazy, you know, because we've been seeing this and been hearing this for decades as far as how women feel about the men in their community, the men that they interact with, the men that they have relationships with. And if y'all feel so much about them like that, why do y'all have so many children by these men? Okay. Why are you always asking them for resources? Why are you always stunning their growth? You know, and this attitude, this mindset, this type of energy that we're seeing is being raised by single family homes. I bet you not now one of these motherfuckers grew up with their daddy in the house. Okay. I bet you not one of them, not one of them grew up with their father in their house. You know, either they stayed with their grandmama, their auntie, their half-ass mama, something. But I bet you they didn't have a full structured household. And this is just the trauma that breeds from that dysfunction. It's going to be a long time coming before we can get certain things back to a certain level of productivity in our community.
All gross, but they're extra gross.
I'm single for Valentine's Day because I'm a hoe and I be selling it.
Of course, y'all all selling.
Well, hey, at least she admitted. But, you know, it's not like we couldn't tell. But anyway, these fucked up ass eyelashes on. But anyway, let's go.
That's right. 40, that 40 in the jawbreaker, that 40 cash, walking around. I'm telling you, what was the statistic? 48% of them have the herp. And I remember I used to do the videos about them with the houses in Virginia. They are the hot spot for houses in Virginia. Out here selling death.
I'm single for Valentine's Day because I won't put up with your nigga shit. Sorry, baby.
She'll put up with some snacks. Look, all big.
Go ahead, Miss. Go. She gonna last. She gonna last. I was gonna go last, but it's okay.
I'm not single. I'm married. I love my husband. I love you, babe. Nado.
Right.
Y'all
Right.
gonna put it around y'all or what? Oh shit. I'm
Treasonous.
not single, but it's still fucking nigga. Period. Blow that
Gross.
nigga count out.
Big bag.
And we single because we all really some hoes and we don't give a
Yeah. Now, I want you to think. All of them are busted, right?
Oh, and just so y'all know that didn't really catch what he was saying earlier with you know, as far as the houses in Virginia, you can kind of do the acronym behind that. And with the point that he was trying to make, well, what he was saying with that. So just take the H, the I, and the V out of what he was saying with that, and you pretty much understand what he was saying with that. But all right, well, let's go.
They're all busted. They're walking around weaves, makeup, and you know they're terribly out of shape. None of this is attractive. Mixed with the attitude, this is what you call bottom of the barrel. This is the reason why they're the least married. This is the reason why.
And the sad thing is, a lot of the women in our community are at the lowest of the list that they shouldn't be at, and the highest of the list that they shouldn't be at. We see it every day. We witness it everywhere on social media, just how a lot of them move, how a lot of them exploit themselves and think it's cute to be what it is. A lot of it is being influenced by these different television shows, these different reality shows, these so-called, housewives. It is basketball wives. It is the music, all this bullshit, and it's starting to get tiring. It's starting to get to people. It's starting to get on a lot of people's nerves, and it's just leave them where they at. We're gonna talk about it, but at the end of the day, leave them where they at. But see, it be women like them that feel that they can do this shit because regardless of what they say and how they feel about certain things in society, especially with relationships, especially about men, you're always gonna find some bum ass nigga that's still gonna fuck with them. That's gonna give them that entitlement persona. There's always the simps and the pookies and the ray-rays. They didn't fucked it up for everybody. They didn't fucked it up for the whole culture. Dealing with these type of women.
Why nobody is checking for them. This is the reason why they don't get protection. They don't get provisions. This is the reason why they're on Section 8. This is the reason why they're in project buildings. It's the reason why they're poor. How disgusting is this? How disgusting. You see, Valentine's Day, whatever that, so pathetic. It's really leftover women day. These are the women that are left over, the ones that don't get picked. In order to be in a relationship, she has to get picked.
No, I call them cold, warmed over leftovers. It's an old saying I used to say, they cold, warmed over leftovers that's been left over to be warmed over, leftover. That's what they are.
Because if a relationship is going to lead to marriage, he has to propose. He has to propose, meaning that's in his power. So what's the point in being in a relationship, especially, and I'm talking about from a woman's standpoint, if the goal isn't marriage? If it's marriage, then yes, he has to pick you. But what happens when you're not picked at all? You end up like them. You end up like them. First of all, they bring your stock down. If you're outside hanging with one of them or dating one of them, your stock goes down tremendously. Your associates, your business partners is going to look at you and be like, ew, this is who you laying up with? Gross. They bring your stock down. They bring your stock down. If you see a guy that has a beautiful woman on his arm, in shape, minimal makeup, not a lot of makeup on, real hair, classy, she's going to help his profile. She's helping his profile. She's helping his profile. But when you're walking around with something like one of them, come on, look, hold on. Let's look at the lineup. Look right here. Anteater. This is an anteater right here. Look at her face. Look at how much her mouth is sticking out. She got that anteater face. Look at this. And look at the red. The red. Come on, the red hair. The $5 jewelry. Come on.
But the craziest thing that you didn't even speak on, and I saw it too. You got all that extra shit on, and you actually painted your eyebrows red. Ladies, our hair don't grow out like this. This is like some reverse Grinch shit. You know, that the color, the extreme color hair is really more and more telling of your mentality of how you move out here. Nobody want to see this shit. Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers from Aborigines. Ain't none of y'all from Norway, from Finland, you know, want to walk around with blonde ass wigs on and, you know, fire red wigs on like you dipped it in Kool-Aid. You know, at least back in my day when the girls was first trying that shit, you know, a lot of them used to use actually Kool-Aid in their hair. They didn't use like the dye or they didn't wear the wigs like that. But the one, at least I can at least say, when they were doing that, they were actually using their real hair. You know, y'all just take that shit off. Y'all looking like some plucked chickens and shit. 'Cause y'all ain't growing y'all hair right. Y'all fucking y'all hair up with these damn different wigs and lace fronts and all this other stupid ass shit.
Oh man, look at this. So she's extremely busted. But let's look at this. Look at this one right here. A big back. Trying to look like Becky. Look at these. Look at these awnings. What is this? Look at these eyelashes. Look at these umbrellas. And then look, a big back. Okay. So so far you got 2 below average. Okay, two below.
Because I'm telling you, they take all that bullshit off, them lashes, that wig, that makeup. Take all that shit off. You just a woman from the motherfucking streets. You just somebody with bad hair, skin, and attitude. You know, we gonna call it for what the fuck it is, man. Man, we tired of these modern women that's out here just walking around moving the way they moving. This shit is ridiculous, and y'all need to stop entertaining them. That's why they're doing shit like this by themselves. But hey, it is what it is.
Let's go. Oh, come on. Look at this one right here. Look at this one right here. Look at her. Look at her. She looked like she tackles the freezer. She tackled the fridge. Speaking of fridge, she's built like a 1950s refrigerator. Look at her. And look at this. Another one. The blonde wig.
She looked like a swole Black and Mild wrapped in like strawberry like wrapping and shit. And these bitches think this shit's cute, man. It's not at all. It's actually sad, and it shows that they be seeking. They have some kind of deficiencies, and they want people to look at them. You know, they're lacking. Just like how some men out here, they do certain things to actuate how they look or their image or whatever. There are a lot of women out here that just do the most just so they can have people give them attention. And a lot of times it's the wrong attention that you're getting.
Who you think you are? And look how she's stretching the shirt out. Look at this. The shirt is too small. She can't even button it up. She needs a 5XL. Oh, look at this one. Another big bag. Another big bag. Look like a bulldog in the face. Look at this. Another big bag, awnings under the eyes, and over the eyes, awning over the eyes, and then you got the wig. The top of it is protruding. Yeah. Look. Lunch lady arms. So look. Another one. Bottom. Another one at the bottom. And look at this one. Oh, come on. Look at this one. Another big bag. Look. Look at her. What's up with this? What's up with that? Your Medicaid glasses on. Look at her cheeks. Her cheeks look like her cheeks look red, like too much makeup. Another one. Look at other big bags. A bunch of big bags here. Look. She looks ashy. She looks like she needs a skin regimen that doesn't consist of.
And the sad thing about this one, this is the only one out of that whole slew of ladies that said that she had a husband. What husband is about to allow his wife to go out and hang out like this with a bunch of single women that at the end of the video, if y'all didn't notice, they was really saying they don't fuck with men because they all hoes. Now they want to twerk in front of the goddamn camera and shit. This is what they did after they did all this dumbass bullshit, spitting their hot breath, their hot fire, like Dylon, all on this cake. You know, cake probably smelling like Hennessy, Black and Miles, you know, bad breath. That's another thing. There's a lot of these modern women, especially in our community, in our hood, that got extremely bad breath. I don't know what it is. They talk about how men ain't this, men don't wipe their ass, man's dirty, shit like that. Why is it that breath be stinking like the funk of your ass and 5 more white people? Why does some of these women breath smell like you want to rip your skin off when it like touches you? You know what I'm saying? I didn't witness it. That's why I'm so glad I'm not in certain circles no more, because I ain't gonna lie. Some of you bitches, y'all breath was gang banging. I mean, y'all was on 4 of them, on 4 of them, on 4 of them, on 4 of them. Breath making hard on 4 of them. Gonna knock your ass out on 4 of them. Shit on fire on 4 of them, on 4 of them, on 4 and twin. Some of y'all shit was gang banging. 079 gang banging. Mississippi River gang banging. Motherfucker Crip walking gang banging. Fucking Nipsey Russell in the 30 Thieves gang banging. I mean, god damn, some of y'all bitches shit was banging. Like banging.
Smoking blunts and, you know, drying out your skin from drinking alcohol. And this one says she's married. And here's the thing, because she's busted too. Here's the thing. Whoever Duke is, he's down bad.
I don't know what y'all out there doing. Y'all might be drinking some water. You might be drinking on a tea. You might be drinking on a beer. You might be drinking on some Four Loko. You might be drinking on some Quavo. You might be drinking on some Paul Masson. Sweetness is spitting them bars. She said she can't breathe. All right, let's go. I'm just saying, these bitches breath be gang banging. Like, in the words of Bishop Don Juan, you are GD gang banging. You are you East Side Terrortown gang banging. Your breath smelling like I just whipped it out my ass gang banging. Um, oh shit, let me go.
and I said this plenty of times. They're never, if she's really a wife, they're never wife material when they're hanging around, a bunch of other women that aren't married, who have nothing but contempt for men because they can't get picked. So she's lucky enough to, let's just say we believe her. She's lucky enough to get a husband, but since she's around those big backians, right? Was happening, and yeah,
Some of these women backs be so big, I'm telling you, if they was around ancient times like in motherfucking the Roman times, like in the Colosseums, one of them will probably be called Backlacius. And now to the stage and to the center of the arena, we have Backlacius. Would no one clap? They'll all be like, Backlacius. She'll never lose. Some of these motherfuckers we need on the Bears on defense for next season. But all right, let's go.
yeah, I'll bet big bread on it. What's happening right now is that he is getting a bad deal. He's not getting any submission. He's not getting no cooperation. He's probably constantly arguing with her because what she's doing is bringing all that energy, all that negative energy from those big backs to her husband. All that F a N-word energy, she's bringing all that back to her husband. That's why I tell brothers, if you are in a relationship, and if for the brothers that are married, if you are married and your woman is hanging around a bunch of unmarried women, you will have problems in your life. You will have problems in your life, because the difference between married women, especially married Beckys, there's a difference in how they approach men, how they deal with men, because
And it's ironic. I only see videos like this during like Valentine's Day with black women. I don't see the Latin women doing mass videos like this and posting on social media. I don't see white women doing this and posting it on social media. I don't see Asian women doing this on social media. I don't see Indian women doing this on social media. It's only these bitches that seek so much fucking attention but claim that they get looked at in a negative light, that claim that they're overly sexualized, that claim that they're being not protected, they claim that they're not respected, but you put yourself in those positions to be looked at like that. Y'all motherfuckers don't know how to put y'all phones down. Y'all walk around all day, every day, scrolling on this site, on that site, on this site, on that site, on this site, on that site. And you wonder why last year over 300,000 of you motherfuckers lost y'all jobs. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
they have a history of cooperation. If they end up being around women without husbands who never been married, don't have any men in their life that they have to work with, yeah, first of all, they're going to try to turn her against her man so she can be part of the no man's pack. So she could be part of the no man's the no man gang. So right here, just being with them and being, talking greasy, just a loser. So it really doesn't matter. First of all, she will be getting divorced soon if she's married, but she's not even supposed to be around them. But that's Keisha for you. Even when they get married, they'll go hang out with the old strags and they don't see any difference. But she's busted too. Duke is down. She's just not as big as the rest of them. Oh my goodness. Look at this, man. What is this? A big backian day? Sheesh, man. Look at this one. Look at that arm.
Processed food.
That looked like some
processed food. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, Eatway, Subway, any other kind of fucking way. What the fuck, man? The bad diet gang. I bet you if you go to any one of these houses, you see a bunch of snacks and processed frozen foods. You ask them to cook, they're going to fucking slap a couple of hot dogs in some boiling water or maybe in the microwave on your ass. Slap a couple of slathers of fucking mustard on that bitch and call it a day. And some chips. Like, motherfucker, what am I, 3? The fuck?
Somebody, a plumber, it looked like a plumber's arm. She got a big arm. Look at it.
I'm just saying, man. Must tell me I'm lying. They be snacking on that shit too. Get you a hot dog with some mustard and some fucking some chips and shit, some Funyuns. Bitch look like she baking bread in her forearm right there. Man, she break that motherfucking fucking gravy come out that bitch. With some hot with some fucking some chitlin sauce. Fucking crazy work, man. Trying to tell you.
And you know the funny thing about this? Not the funny thing, but the nasty part about this? How they all just blowing on the how they all just blowing on the birthday cake? How they all just blowing on the birthday cake?
And right there is when they all was like, yeah, if we don't fuck with these niggas, we all hoes. Yeah. Oh my God. I used to hate that shit going to some of them clubs. Hearing these fucking chicken head ass bras just hollering and hooping and cackling and shit. That shit was irritating. I don't miss none of it. God bless some of y'all for still being a part of that shit. God bless you.
They're blowing on the birthday cake, right? And then they're going to eat it. They're all blowing, not birthday cake, excuse me, not birthday cake, the Valentine's Day cake. They're all blowing their hot breath on the birthday cake, leaving, spitting on it, blowing on it, and they're going to eat it later. Just nasty. That cake is on fire. That cake smell like cigarettes and hot Cheetos. But, this is them, man. This is them. This is them, man. This is definitely them. Listen, if you decide to deal with them, black men, when they be telling me that, you know, Becky's and Maria's are the same, can you honestly say that Becky as a collective is like this? Can you honestly say that? Can you honestly say as a collective, Maria is like
Cigarettes, hot Cheetos, a pack of Funyuns, some Bubblicious, some motherfucking hot Black and Miles, some Hennessy, some motherfucking Parmesan, and some Slits. Malt liquor. That's what that cake smell like. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna eat that cake after they ass. You want a piece? No, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm not fucking with y'all. I ain't gonna do it, and you ain't gonna make me do it, and no, it ain't happening.
like this? Okay, let's take it a step further. Can you honestly say that Becky looks like this as a collective? Can you honestly say that Maria looks like this as a collective? We're talking about looks now. 80% of them are big backs, and 80% of that is obesity. 80% overweight, and 80% of that is obese. You have overweight, then obese. That's what you're dealing with. 80%, man. 80%. 80%. And they want you to deal with this. So not only are you a big back, you're not even pleasant.
I'm not blaming you. Who the fuck is gonna eat that cake after all of them and put their hot stank on it like that? Like seriously, this some crazy work, man. Seriously, that shit is foul. I can't even say that's on 4 of them. That's on 8 of them. Like, ain't no way in hell. On motherfucking Chief Malik, on motherfucking David, on fucking Sambone. Ain't no way as fuck I'm eating that shit, man. Throwing that shit in the garbage.
You see, I remember, big people, when I growing up, big people had to be nice. They had to be nice because they were big. The only way people would, not make fun of them or laugh at them or for them to be accepted into anything, they had to be nice. Because off of looks alone, people didn't want to be around you. People didn't want to rock with you. You couldn't be invited to anything. But the thing is, they're big backs and they have nasty attitudes. Nobody wants to be around you visually. Nobody likes you visually. They look at you and they're like, ew. But then you open your mouth and it gets worse. It's like, wait a minute. So you're washed. You're at the bottom. You don't look great. You're hard to look at. And you have a nasty attitude. You're done.
Here we go with the no man dance. Check it out. They about to shake the floor. They about to shake the camera. I would say who that old girl in the front with them glasses look like, but I don't need that getting back to nobody because, it is what it is. But for those that know, you know what I'm talking about. Man, this shit is crazy work right here, man. This shit crazy work. Like, for real. Like, crazy work. Hold on. Where is that? Let me go back. I'm gonna put myself back right there. This shit crazy work right here. This the no man dance.
Poor.
This shit crazy. We got some more shit going on. I know y'all know about that whole Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb debacle that happened a few weeks back. Old girl that got caught in the middle of the Mika that was looked at as, Anton's side chick. But she wound up going on this one podcast. And shout out to the podcaster that did it. His page is Perspective. But O'Shea Duke Jackson actually just did a reaction to it. If you want to actually go to the actual full interview, it's like an hour or something long. It's actually a couple hours long. And this guy was unapologetic with Mika. He didn't give her the pretty privilege at all. And I respect him for it. But O'Shea did like a reaction to it. So we're gonna react to it on O'Shea's page. And yeah, we're gonna see what this is about. Bonner Women, you telling you, man, a lot of y'all for the streets.
Very challenging question, but I have to ask you. I just have to ask you. Have you and Anton ever had?
This morning, I got an email about a video that happened with Mika. She was a collaborator professionally with Anton Daniels. She seems to be a really nice person, and I can tell you for a fact that she is really into the Black media perspective. I found out that she emailed me 3 years ago trying to support another brother. So I actually believe that Mika is really, really genuinely into the Black commentary space as a fan. That is definitely true. But this is interesting because Mika has another issue that is still looming over her. And that is, what is her status with Anton Daniels? There was a gentleman that was doing the interview. I believe his name is Orlando. He seems to be a professional news reporter doing this on the side, and they have worked together in the past. But this brother is a damn good interviewer, and he did not make it easy for her at all. And basically, he talked about their relationship, where it started from, how did she meet him? But then he got into the whole situation and the questions about the flirting.
Has Anton ever flirted with you?
Flirted with me as a sense of what? Just naturally, like we're sitting here, or.
Now, he starts off his questions by trying to build up what he wants to get to towards the end, which is, did Anton Daniels flirt with you? And he prefaced it in a situation where she felt.
Come on, bitch. You know what the fuck he meant by that. You know what the fuck he meant by that. And she tried to go around. Like I said, I saw it pretty much in its entirety. And she was stumbling and fumbling like a motherfucker. She was shaking like a motherfucking stripper in church with some of the questions that this man was telling them. I mean, he wasn't holding back.
Felt that she was being flirted with. And so she responded.
So Anton does things for content, and then there's things that Anton would do if we're just sitting here.
Okay.
So if you're saying personally, if me and Anton was just sitting here, no. Now, if you're talking about for content, when we're doing the virtual rooms and things for the show, Anton has said multiple things.
So she said, well, he has said multiple things. Anton Daniels, the personality is different offline. So you can't really take him serious. And then he asks for this.
So let me hear a few of the multiple things that he said that was a flirt.
What people would consider if he's, saying.
Not people, what you considered as a flirt.
I would say
See.
probably if he's like, oh,
She ain't trying to be. She's being evasive. She's stuttering. She's thinking of a lie. You know what the fuck he said. Let's stop playing. You know, let's stop. Let's cut the shit and cut the cheese. You know exactly what the fuck this man was asking, but she kept trying to move the goalposts, try to gaslight, all this typical. She's never been probably put on a spot like this on a platform since she's been content creating. And she's really not that good, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know, she's getting the views and the likes because how she looked. But looking one way is one thing. Having talent is totally a different thing. You know. But hey, what do I know?
oh, Mika, you're so sweet, or you're so cute, right? But the problem that I have with it is because I know he's doing it for content, right? And he's not actually talking to me.
Now, to be honest, I've heard some more worse flirts than that, but I understand that she is a married woman, which we'll find that out, and she has a brand, Pop Culture Mika. So she's a conservative and she got to keep it clean. I understand that. But then the interesting parts of the interview and my honest situation get worse.
So I understand that Anton is married. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're married.
Correct.
Correct. Have you met Anton's wife?
Yes.
How would you describe her?
She's very, when I say probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, that lady is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah. And has Anton met your husband?
In person, absolutely not.
He has not met him in person. Has he met him over the phone or by?
I mean, why hasn't he? Why hasn't Anton met your husband? An interesting thing that happened in this interview that Orlando right here asked him, well, I've seen Anton on your social media platforms, but why haven't we seen your husband? Interesting, right? So, who is this husband that lets Anton and you fly out with each other, go to these different states, go to fucking podcasts, go to basketball games on courtside and shit like that? What kind of husband is this? And what kind of husband is going to let you do these things, not only on top of that, but keep him in the back burner where you don't even see him? I understand that you don't want to, you know, some content creators don't want to put their family and their mates on, you know, public display. I get that. But your personal media, you know, your personal social media pages, shit, like we don't see a picture of y'all. We don't see a wedding picture. We don't see nothing. All right. Okay. Whatever. Let's go.
And DM, what other form of introduction when you say not in person?
Because a lot of people assume that, you know, when you have to see people, it has to be in person, or that if you don't meet them in person, then it's something or whatever. So
no, so I'm saying, what's the form of communication?
I mean,
that he met your
husband? they don't have a form of communication where they talk back and forth.
So this is the most telling part. She said, have you met Anton Daniels' wife? She says she has. Is she a nice person? She is. Now, I can attest to that. I've talked to Anton Daniels' wife on the phone maybe once or twice. She seems to be a very pleasant lady, a very nice lady. I've always said that from what I know about her. Okay. I've only had 1 or 2 interactions with her. That's just been on the phone. But then the host wants to clarify if Anton Daniels has met her husband.
So he's never met your husband?
No.
And why is that?
No particular reason.
Sure.
Just I've never had to actually do anything where my husband was there, and so If he's there, like
Yeah.
if my like when we work together, is here, so my husband's come here. But if
Yeah,
it
but when
was-
we first met and worked
we
together,
were in person as well.
your husband came.
Yeah,
He-
but we were
yes.
here. We were here in the DC area. Yes, my husband came.
Yes.
So again, if he was here, then yes. But most of my business dealings, and if not all, I usually have a manager or somebody else deal with that. So that's the reason why I like it's not a thing. But I talk to my husband about it.
So this is kind of where it gets a little.
What? That shit was the most Vegas, all over the place, scatterbrained response I've heard. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What kind of bullshit is that? Dude, bro, homie, husband, you accept this shit? You accept this bullshit that she's spitting out? I mean, is it that good? Is it, oh God, this shit, oh. Whew. It be these simp niggas that be fucking it up for everybody else out here in these streets. But all right, let's go.
A little sticky. So if you look at Pop Culture Mika and you look at her Instagram, you would not know that Pop Culture Mika is a married woman. And this is important for a woman who is a MAGA supporter, who is I won't say she's Republican, but she's right-leaning, and being a part of a family structure is important. But Mika does not do that. She doesn't have her husband up there. At least Anton Daniels, he has his wife. Like I said, sometimes a little bit too much with his family, but she has pictures of everything else, but not her husband. And she's looking like, in my honest opinion, as if she is an unmarried woman. She has pictures with other men on there. I know these are professional things. Like the poses where she's hugging on other dudes. I mean, again, you can look at it as being professional, men being close to her. But where is her husband at? Why doesn't she want the world to know that she is actually married? She says she's married. She's not behaving publicly as a married woman. Then also, she says she doesn't feel like it was so necessary for Anton Daniels and the husband to talk, but she has photos with Anton Daniels. Like I said, we've talked about that before on the internet. Some of those photos have been taken down. She has 2 photos, but you're married to a man. You're flying out like from DC to California. You don't know where this man is staying at. I think in the stream after the whole Corey Holcomb situation, they at least were in the same hotel room. So you're a beautiful lady and you're under the stewardship of another man who's married. It just doesn't make much sense to behave like that as a married woman, which gives me the ability to think one or two things is the truth. Number one, Mika is the breadwinner in her house. Okay. So because she's the breadwinner, household is dictated by her rules. She sets the pace. 2, the husband is a person that is just a complete, I don't want to call him a simp, but he's kind of running over the guy. Or maybe the guy is incarcerated.
Simp, beta, whatever you want to call it. If you won't call it O'Shea, I'm going to call it a fucking Mark. Okay.
Maybe the guy is living, he's in the military, he's away, something. But this just does not make sense for a woman like her. You don't know your husband. She's flown to Detroit. She's flying to LA by herself. You've never met this man. You've never talked to this man at all. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. And then they start to talk about
pretty
this
much.
very infamous photo.
This is some single acting shit, man. Okay. If you're trying to be and portray yourself to be some kind of conservative-minded person, whether or not you want to claim, Republican or not, the whole essence and the whole ambiance of it all is being in a family structure, meaning husband, wife, children, whatever. But you're moving like an internet thought. And there are a lot of content creators out here that are single that move like internet thoughts. You know, Cooking with Kaya. Okay. As much as people want to talk shit about Tasha K, she at least acknowledges and is proud of her marriage and her family. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, who else can I call a name that is probably it's not too many. It's not too many. Now that I think of it, it's not too many that I can think of right now off the top of my head that are content creators that are actually in a family, structure setting. And even the ones that aren't, they don't carry themselves in this manner. Like there's a few women that I can say that are well, okay, Crimson Cure, she's married. Okay, River TV, she's single, or maybe not. I don't know. Carmen JC, she's single. Just a Girl Talk, she's married. Okay, but they speak upon their different situations. This one doesn't, and that's odd.
Of Anton Daniels and her, which again was alarming. And the man starts to criticize her.
I was flabbergasted by this picture.
Okay, tell me why.
Because there's no way my wife would be physically touching, leaning on a married man, leaning on a single man, leaning on another man in a way that suggests I'm feeling you, I like you. This is really some sort of
Why do you think that says I'm feeling you?
Even if it doesn't say I'm feeling you, I don't want
I'm
my
saying,
wife.
why do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you think that suggests that I'm feeling you? Because
okay, let's
hold on. No, hold on. The reason why I'm asking you,
okay.
The reason why I'm asking you is I have tons of pictures of our former co-hosts.
Yep.
With the same lean, everything.
But here's the difference.
Hold on.
Yes.
And that person is also a male. All right. And we have a working relationship, and it's the same exact type of picture.
So here she is, like, the man is bringing up a good point. Look, you are having this pose next to this man as if, you're really feeling the guy. And her response to that was, well, I've taken several photos like that before. What she doesn't understand is that just makes it worse. You're a married woman and you're taking photos with other men in my honest opinion, to a man, it's a very disrespectful way of doing so. Again, I don't understand what, her and her husband have set up in a relationship. It's really not my business. But for most people, that's an uncomfortable position, especially being a lady and being a conservative, and you're taking these kind of photos, right? Then he comes back with this.
But here's the disrespect. This is a married man that you are physically leaning into.
I'm not leaning into.
That to me,
I'm not leaning into.
To me,
there's space there.
Here's my perspective of it. There's a gap between it, but I'm looking at how you have a smile on your face. This is just my perspective. Your eyes look seductive. Just my perspective. And your arm is relaxed on his upper shoulder.
Correct.
And I would never imagine a married woman leaning on a business male partner that way. That to me is inappropriate. That's if you were my wife, I would have a serious problem. My problem would be so serious, you would have to probably extinguish your contract with him.
Again, if you're my wife, I'd have a serious problem with it, and I would have you extinguish your contract with him. Some guys would do even worse. This is grounds for a separation, maybe even a divorce, because what it implies is if you're willing to take this sort of photo with the man, you don't have any limits. If you take this photo with a man or other men in this way, you are not a woman who is trustworthy, okay? Because the way you look to the world is not cool. The brother then follows it up with this.
And I will also feel a little uncomfortable that this gentleman obviously did not either push you away or suggest that we shouldn't take this type of picture.
Not only did he hold her accountable, Anton Daniels, as a married man, okay, didn't push you away. He didn't say we shouldn't take this type of photo. Both of us are on the right. Both of us push family. So here we are, two married people taking a photo that's we probably should not take. Not only that, there was a photo of them at the basketball game and things like that, which was different. But this is problematic, all right? Then ultimately, we find out this.
Here's another very challenging question, but I have to ask you. I just have to ask you. Have you and Anton ever had sex?
No.
Any?
Hold on. No.
Okay. Any sexual relations?
No. It's always been strictly professional. And
you could be professionally sexual.
Oh, I would know.
Well, that's
so
what
again, it's always been strictly professional. Strictly professional.
She full of shit. That's a bullshit ass. No. If you believe that, then I don't know what to tell you, but that sounds like some bullshit right there. Straight up. It's crazy. But all right, well, let's go.
Like I said, Anton has a persona online.
Okay.
I get his persona online, but personally, Anton hasn't done that to me.
So the question about the sexual relationship, was there one? I mean, again, I'm not there to speculate what happened or if it happened or not. She said it didn't happen. So whatever.
Hell, Meg Thee Stallion said the same thing about Tory Lane. We saw where that went. So whatever, motherfucker. All right.
I mean, nobody can prove it. No one was there. The issue is if somebody doesn't believe that, it just looks like the flirting that happened online. Anton Daniels in the past has said that he cannot deal with anybody that's not given. He said that while you were on the stream, and he was working with you also, and there was no pushback from you when he was saying things like that. So if they did nothing and we can't prove it, it just makes it kind of hard for her because she sort of put herself in a very bad situation there. But she did end the relationship with Anton as far as a business relationship. I don't know what it was personally. And she said this was the reason for it.
And when he went to speak about it, he didn't advocate. He only still boistered towards whatever Corey had to say. And I get the boistering, but my advocation should have been first.
So this is largely true. She said, listen, Anton Daniels did not try to come to my defense to make me look like a woman of substance. When the side chick narrative was going out about Mika, he did very little to make her look like she was a woman that was respecting her husband, although the situation was already precarious with the decisions that she made with some of the photos and being on some of the panels and some of the flirting, all right? And she said that he basically wanted to look like a guy who was clapping, which he was.
I got this meeting.
I had this meeting. Okay, so if I'm looking at this picture, are you all on the floor at a basketball game?
Correct, that's the floor.
Okay, at a basketball game.
Correct.
So you went to a basketball game. Did you watch the game?
No, this picture right here.
I even said it. I always got a bad chick with me. I always got this with me. And that would also include Mika. So what he's doing, even if he's not doing it or not, you're making it seem like you have a sexual relationship with a married woman who's out here saying that she's not. And then you're making it hard for her to be associated with you anymore because now you're putting her out there as if she is a side chick. So even if it was happening, her brand can't take that hit. So Anton Daniels becomes too expensive to deal with. So she has to publicly come out and separate herself from him. And again, this is what I was telling guys, that this was going to happen. When you're too expensive to deal with because you don't care about anybody, you're trying to go viral, you're trying to get clout, you make silly ass mistakes like this. Like, first of all, bringing her to the Corey Holcomb show was a mistake. There is no reason why she should be on the Corey Holcomb show.
Right, because the first thing, all parts of this interview, the interviewer asked her, did you talk to Corey about it? And she said no. And if anyone knows anything about the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, he just doesn't just put random people on his platform. He has a pretty set, crew that is on the floor, and no one gets on his show without his ultimate permission and decision. You're like, he invited Anton. They waited till they got on the set and asked, do you think it'd be all right for Mika to get on the platform with Anton? He told her no. Because the people, that was working for Corey was like, well, did you clear this with Anton, with Corey? And they was like, no. And they was like, well, I don't know if that's gonna happen. And 5 minutes before they went on air that night, they said, no, you can't get on the show. You can be in the studio and you can sit off camera, but that's about it. So just sit there, just chill out and, eat crow. I don't know. It is what it is.
Corey Holcomb had nothing to do with the conversation with her. She's a burgeoning YouTuber trying to grow her platform, trying to learn how to get into business. She seemed like she is doing okay, but there are some things that she could work on. So you got her embarrassed by being associated with you. You're taking these photos with a married woman. It looks terrible. Now she's getting, held accountable in a very, very tough interview. And she'll always be attached to him in some negative way. I think she's a nice lady. She's a very nice demeanor. She seems like she's really interested into the Black social media. Again, I found out 3 or 4 years ago that she messaged me, and I actually emailed her saying, hey, if you ever need any YouTube tips, hey, I'm willing to give you what I know. I think the lady is a nice lady that was trying to grow her channel. He reached out to her. She didn't holler at him. And this is what I heard Anton, and not only Anton, both of them, they have this kind of notoriety for reaching out to ladies, and then something happening that's a fallout. Again, I'm not sure about all of that, but that's their reputation, especially Anton. And so that's what I know. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.
Yeah, man. Crazy work. What y'all think? I think she was lying. I think she was lying. I think that she didn't expect for that interviewer to come at her as hard as he did with the questions that he asked. And for the streets came out of him. I don't know how she gonna come back from this or whatever. No, it's straight. I'm just saying. It just the name of the platform where O'Shea got that from is called Perspective. You can pull it up, or you can type it up on YouTube. Mika's interview with Perspective, and you'll see the thing in its entirety. It's like a couple hours long. She shit the bed on that interview, man. I don't know how she gonna come back from that. And that shit's going viral now. Anywho, yeah. There's one more thing we gotta talk about. And this is something that just got into effect in Atlanta as of last year in October. And this is something that needs to really come into effect across the country. This new child support law that's going out, where it's getting these women in Atlanta pissed off. Okay, and because it's not in their favor, as far as a lot of the things. The days of getting over and scamming the system, for child support and your so-called baby daddy, that's just about to end. So shout out to Darwin McPherson for putting this out. The content creator, I'll be watching.
Yo, the very system that used to treat involved fathers the same as absent ones just got flipped on its head.
And this is actually someone that's actually been on some of Anton Daniels' platforms, but he got his own platform. And to be honest with a lot of you guys that do these platforms with Anton Daniels, focus on your own, because all y'all doing is helping that man with his shit, and help your own platform out. Anyway, let's go.
Georgia just handed fathers an insane advantage. And this is about to change the child support dynamics in a major way. For decades, you could spend real time with your kids, pick them up, feed them, house them, be present, and still pay the same damn child support as a man who barely showed up. The system did not care. Time didn't matter, effort didn't matter, presence didn't matter. But as of now, Georgia has quietly activated a new child support formula, and it changes everything. Parenting time finally counts. If you have your child more, you pay less. If you have your child less, you pay more. That's the shift. And I'm about to break this down right now, because fathers who actually take care of their kids just got a major buff. And if you understand how this works, it completely changes how child support plays in our favor. As of this update, parenting time actually counts towards what you pay. And if you read the comments on articles talking about this, the women are pissed. So let me break down exactly what just dropped and why this changes the entire child support game. And deep inside this update is a shift most people haven't processed yet. Men were on child support paying a full balance based on income. At the same time, they were spending real time with their kids and spending real money on their kids. So fathers had to sit there and contemplate, do I do this for my child financially, or do I pull back just to make sure the full child support payment clears? That was the position men were put in. And on top of that, the system allowed the mother to receive the full child support balance while the father was still showing up and spending money during his parenting time. And a lot of that money wasn't even going to the child. Hair, nails, personal expenses, things for her individually. In some cases, the child didn't even see a dime. Men complained about this for years. They said the system punished involvement. They said it punished presence, and nobody listened. Because once you were on child support, your time didn't matter. That was the game. And now that game is over. The new rules demand documentation, court-ordered parenting plans, verified schedules, paperwork that actually reflects reality. And if the numbers don't match the time, the formula doesn't move. If your involvement
More and more people that write laws need to change this all across the board in all these other states. Okay, just like what happened with Tennessee, they changed up some things with their child support laws. Now, as of this past October, this is in effect now in Georgia. It passed the 22nd of October last year. That's what's going on in Atlanta. I know some of you men here in Illinois is chomping at the bits that they can get this law passed here and all over. I think this is a fair thing. I do feel that, hey, if these men are more active in their children's lives, then that should count for something towards the child support as well. Meaning the mother need to get up off her ass and do her part as an adult as well. So many women for so many years have taken advantage of this system because it was always for them. It was always to railroad the man financially. A lot of situations they had, joint custody. And a lot of times because the man left and didn't want to deal with the woman anymore, she made it hard for that man to even see his child. But he was still paying that child support. This is a good thing right here. Men have been waiting for these kind of revelations to happen. But come on, let's go. Let's break all this down.
it doesn't show up on paper, it doesn't count. And you think that doesn't change behavior? Think again. Every attempt to cut the father's time short, every move to reduce excess, every effort to control the schedule now has a financial consequence attached to it because parenting time isn't suggested anymore. It's part of the calculation. Under the old system, a father could show up, do the work, and still be treated like he wasn't there. The number never changed. The system did not care. Now it does because the formula is tied to the order, and the order is tied to proof. If the time is there, the payment reflects it. If the time disappears, the payment changes. That means the paperwork matters. The schedule matters. The record matters. Georgia didn't just update a calculator. They activated accountability. And that changes everything because a system that recognizes involvement no longer rewards bullshit. It rewards consistency. It rewards presence. And it finally separates fathers who show up from fathers who don't. Because far too long, we've heard women lump all men together. Deadbeat fathers, men who don't care, men who walk away from responsibility. This change destroys that narrative, at least in the state of Georgia, because now it's on record. Men are involved. Men are present. Men are actually providing for their children. And that matters because a man who's spending a substantial amount of time with his kid can no longer be treated like a man who doesn't show up. The system now recognizes the difference. And what that means is a woman can no longer capitalize on a man who's doing the work while still collecting a full payout. That door just closed. So don't be surprised if you start seeing resistance. Don't be surprised if women begin fighting harder to control custody, fight harder to limit time, fight harder to block joint arrangement.
Oh, they've been mad, goblin mad, goblin mad about this shit out there in Georgia. But it's funny. This is something that just ran across me yesterday. I didn't know this. This has been going on and went into effect back in October of 25. Why are we not just hearing about this shit? Women get online and talk and complain about all other shit, but they sure wasn't talking about this. Wasn't nobody talking about this. This just so happened to just leak out here recently. And it's crazy. Now we're talking about it. Now it's hitting the algorithm. Now we're going to start looking at other states. Like, hey, y'all see what Georgia doing, right? They trying to do it the right way. What y'all gonna do? Y'all want these votes? I think y'all need to reconsider how y'all running child support in your respective states and cities. Telling you, shit about to get real out here in this world.
Because less time for the father means more money for the mother. And whenever her grift stops, they get mad and evil. So if you see that trend start to pop up, just remember, you heard it here first. But fellas, pay attention. This change didn't happen in a vacuum. For a long time, when men talked about being exploited through child support, they were told it does not happen. They were told it's exaggerated. Now, some of y'all haven't seen this up close. You haven't dealt with women who move like this. You haven't had to sit across from it. You haven't watched how it plays out in real time. Let me show you how it goes down.
I left because I realized that he was for the streets. Let me have some more money because my baby needs it. Like football, basketball, he does all of that.
You said 200 for football?
I said 500.
No, you said 200 for football.
And then I have to buy equipment. So I need 500.
Okay, so is what you need or what you look
Son needs 500.
500. What about basketball?
Basketball probably about 300. I think I'm gonna put him in karate too.
You just came here to waste my time. So
I just want my son to be in everything. I just want him to be
It sounds like you want to tell me you want to put him in everything so you can get more money off of this man. And I'm sorry, I'm not here to play in your little petty game. I'm not going to do that. So you know what I'm going to do? Since you came here to waste my time, I'm going to make sure I don't waste any more of yours. I'm denying your request.
This woman is intentionally stacking expense on top of expense on top of expense, trying to bleed this man dry. Then she has the audacity to say this man is for the streets.
Because in all actuality, she wants to put her child and all these activities so she doesn't have to do the parenting. She rather put them off in this program, put them off in that program for however many hours. So she don't have to deal with the child. But you want to reap the benefits of having this child. You chose to have this child by this man and not think of marriage first. So that's already a messed up thing. Now he doing what he needs to do to take care of this child, but you just a greedy bitch. Because look at her. She look like a scamming ass motherfucker. You know? So you're going to try to go in this court and try to demand that you get X amount of monies for this, X amount of monies for that, all this shit. So you can have some extra money. But I'm telling you, women like this don't use all the child support 100% for their child. They just don't. A lot of them don't. She want to get them fucked up as eyelashes. She want to keep that bullshit hairstyle did. You know, she want to get things for her. You know, that motherfucking beauty supply store ass chain. You know, all that shit.
The cosmetics actually make this woman look like a transgender. And it makes you wonder, why would she lay down and give a man a child if she really believed that he was for the streets? We already know why. It never mattered whether he was for the streets. What mattered was that he had money. That was enough. And she knows he has money. And just having enough for the child to be taken care of is not enough for women like this. They want you to keep providing for them while they go be with other men and get bust down and have multiple babies. That's the game. These women are incentivized to have multiple baby fathers, not multiple kids with the same father, multiple baby fathers. If you don't believe that, let's look at the numbers.
Child support's based on percentages of your gross income. So like if you have a baby with this person, they get 17% of your gross income. Then the second baby mama is going to get 17% of what's left after that.
Oh.
And then the next one's going to get 17% of what's left after that. So it's like first in time is first in line. This happens a lot.
So the next time you ask why do women allow multiple men to impregnate them, now you know. Men don't operate like this. This is very evil. If we get our kids, we don't need to exploit women. We can hold it down on our own. And the women envy us for being able to do that.
Look at it like this. If I had kids, I would tell you straight up, if you're struggling and you need money from me to take care of the kids when they with you, you might as well send them this way because I'm okay. So if you're struggling financially, trying to figure it out, send them to daddy. You know, I can make it happen over here with nothing from you.
Women know that the kids fare better with the father. They also know the only way they could hold leverage over us is to keep the kids and make the father pay child support. Without this exploit, the woman is powerless and she hates the thought of it. This makes women hate men the most because we have the ambition to thrive with the kids without her assistance. Women in the state of Georgia that receive child support are absolutely furious with this new update. But the thing is, men, we never wanted to involve the state when it came to seeing our children in the first place. Women have been telling men to their faces for decades that if you love your kids, if you want to see your kids, go to court. When we simply wanted to keep the court out of it and just come pick up our kids.
But here's the thing, men, deadbeat dads out there. Y'all, if you really cared about your child, couldn't nothing keep you away from them. You hear me?
Oh, shut your washed ass up. Shut your big backing ass up. Back Glecius the third ass up, man. You can tell she don't like men. You can tell she has a contempt for men. You can tell she has a hatred for men. A lot of them do. It's because, you know, a lot of them have daddy issues, broken homes, just dysfunction. So, yeah, they shit crazy, man. But all right, let's go.
If you really gave a damn about your child, you would be in court every freaking weekend, making sure that you had access to your child, you had visitation to your child, or you at the.
So when you ask yourself, why does a system like child support exist? Ask these women.
If he says to you his baby mama won't let him see his kids, ask him to show you where them court papers at. Ask him to show you where he filed to get visitation to see them children.
Brothers, stop having children with women that think and move like this, man. Treat yourself better. Love yourself better. Protect your seed better. If you just want to mess around to be with the mess around, man, do what you need to do. But stop having babies with these women. There are hundreds upon thousands of cases of men that are suffering all because of 15 minutes of pleasure and not properly vetting the women that you're dating or looking at it from a long-term perspective. Thinking with your small head and not your big head is why a lot of these men are in fucked up situations when it comes to child support.
Men have built this country and died in wars all over the world just so their future kids have to ask permission from someone else to see their own damn children. Now, am I happy Georgia updated this? Yes. I count this as a win. I count this as a small victory. But there's still a lot of work to be done when it comes to the family court system and the overall relationship between men and women in society. There are plenty of states that still haven't caught up to this structure, which means there are a lot of men still being exploited right now. Some of them even losing their passports because their balance is over $100,000 in back child support. And let me be clear, men should take care of their kids, but women should not be provided for when they are no longer with the man. And what this law did was shut down the ability to extract more money that wasn't actually needed to take care of the child. And yes, this is increasing the hatred between men and women. So when you go in discussion groups, prepare yourself. Now, if you want more video.
Yeah, definitely. Prepare yourself. It's gonna get real. It's definitely gonna get real. But hey, what y'all think about all that? You know what I'm saying? How y'all feel? I thought that was a good one to end it off for the night. That's my time. Hope everyone is good. Everybody's doing blessed. Everyone is out there living. You know, of course, every now and again, I might have some kind of a heckler that comes into the chat, but you know, it is what it is. You know, they come in, they say they little bullshit, they come out. You know, trolls are gonna troll. Anywho, you know, people gonna watch it from the clouds and watch it from the bushes or catch this on a replay and give their own thoughts and stuff like that. And, you know, it is what it is. But with that being said, I appreciate everyone that came out tonight and tuned in. I know a lot of times y'all haven't been seeing Wifey in the comment section. You know, she's been tired. She's actually trying to get some rest. Been kind of under the weather a little bit, but you know, it is what it is with that. It's something that's been going on in the air. I don't know if everyone else was feeling like they was more tired than normal today. But yeah, it was a weird kind of energy day, you know. But I hope everyone gets past that and gets well and feels better for the remainder of our days as far as in this week. So with that being said, hey, I am your host, Ross Lee, man. Hit the like button, hit the like, smash the like, share the video. If you're new, please subscribe. I had a new subscriber that just tuned in, that came in earlier. So I appreciate the new subscriber that came in. We're still trying to build the platform. We're still trying to have good content. We're still trying to have things to have grown folks conversations. As long as this stuff is going on out there, I'm gonna always have something to comment on. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna be not enough things to comment on. I do plan on, because this is Black History Month, before the month is out, doing some content pertaining to Black history before this month is out. So be looking out for that. I got a few things in the chamber to talk about that, kind of get away from the everyday BS and the dramas and, you know, the negative of what goes on out here in the world. So be looking out for that. I'll be back at it again this Friday, 10 p.m. Central. So definitely tune in. I am your host, Ross Lee. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. And I don't want you to, I want you, I correct myself. I want you to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. So with that being said, we are